for the latest fantasy news and updates. Get fantasy advice from the experts in fantasy football, baseball, basketball, hockey, NASCAR, and even golf. If you have a fantasy question, email the king himself, Scott Engel. Just go to rotoexperts.com and click on Scott Engel's email advice tab. rotoexperts.com, the best fantasy news in the business.
This is WICR.
And we're back with Throwback Thursdays with Daniela and Chelsea. And over this little commercial break, Daniela Beasley asked me a question.
Well, I haven't asked you a question yet. I said I had a question.
Oh, good
so
God.
try to follow along with this, because I honestly got confused when somebody asked me this question.
Oh, my goodness.
So if someone came up to you and handed you a book, and you started reading it and realized it was a book about your entire life,
oh, my God.
would you read it until the end? You know? Because you read it until the end, then you know everything that's going to happen. You know, it's, you know,
I don't know.
You know how you're going to die. You know, like, you'll know everything. So would you read the whole book or what?
Tell me my future?
Well, yeah, like, if you read, like, it's a book of your life. It's a book of your entire life. So if you read until the end, it's like, you're done.
My front
like,
is scary. The first few chapters are scary. I don't want to really... Actually, no. I wouldn't read it.
You would really? So
Actually,
so say you had it in your possession. You're gonna just let it sit there. You're not gonna open it at all?
Nope. Because I'm a free spirit and I'm a spontaneous. Yes, that's a new word now.
Wow, all right.
Sorry guys, that's a new word, spontaneous. Spontaneous person. And yeah, I'm curious to know, but I live every moment like it's my last. And I like to worry about the present instead of the future. So I don't think I would do it. Ew, I sounded really philosophical up there.
You did. That was
Ew, that's so not me.
Yeah.
That's really not me, but you know what? We're going to go with that because I actually don't want to know. As long as I'm married. All I want to know is what
That's what I'm saying. No, I don't want to know
when I'm getting
who.
married.
I don't want to know who. I just want to know that I am.
Me too.
Actually, you know what? I don't even care about that. I just want to know that I have kids. I don't care about I don't care about if I get married. I just want to make sure I have kids.
She wants to have kids.
I also feel like...
Yeah, she hated on babies before, but she wants to have kids now. She wants to know her
I'll be a
future
great
kids.
mom, all right?
You would.
But not yet. Like, knock on wood. In, like,
Yeah.
20 years. No, not 20 years, but you know what I mean.
I think you would be a great mom, actually. Actually, what do you think I would be? Because I'm an auntie now. Oh, little auntie.
I feel like
I'm
you'll
an
be
aunt,
that
I think.
typical, like, Italian mom. Like, just the typical Italian mom. I feel like that's what you would be.
I actually would. Actually, no. I don't know. I feel like I'd be cool with my mom because my mom is so chill and I can, I can, like, relate with her and I can tell her everything. So I think I'd be very, very open with my kids as long as they're open with me.
Right.
But at the same time, we got to go back to the strict Italian ways. If you go out after 11, you're getting punished, your phone's taken away.
Oh my God, until what
Len
age?
It's like 10th grade. Once, like, you're a senior in high school, I'm a little bit more lenient, but, like, early ages, no. But I would make my kid have a cell phone by the time they're 10, because I want to know every little detail. But in the future, I don't even know if I'll even have, like, phones and stuff and all that jazz, right?
I don't know what
They'll
they're going
probably
to
be
have in the future. It's going to be weird.
It's going to be weird, but you know what? I don't want to know if I have kids. All I want to know is that if I'm going to be married, if I have a hot husband, if my husband is going to be Liam Hemsworth, and if I'm not going to be the old cat lady with, like, 9 cats.
See, I don't want to read past where I am, but I want to read the beginning. Like, I want to read... I know, but okay, think about all the things that we can't remember, though. Think about all the things when we were little kids that we, you know, you have spotty memories.
I do have spotty memories.
But, like, you're not going to remember things that happened when you were 2, when you were 3, when you were 4.
Oh, my God, I was such a bad kid. At 2 years old, I do remember some of my 2-year-old ages. I was such a... I was such a bad kid. Oh, my God. My mom had to fire all the babysitters because I was, like, mean, and I was, like, spoiled, and, like, Oh my god, I'm so embarrassing. I bit one of my babysitters, like, a chunk. Not, like, just a bite. Just, like, not like a little playful bite. I was an angry child, apparently. So I bit a chunk off of her. Throwback Thursday for real. But now we're all cool. We're friends on Facebook.
I'm, like, terrified to be in this booth with her right now. Like, bite me. Like, I'm scared.
Danielle, I'm gonna bite you right now. God.
But, no, I just would want to read the things that I can't remember. Or also just, like, I don't know, you know.
I don't know.
Just
I don't want to read that.
now.
I wouldn't want to read my early chapters because clearly biting is an issue.
Yeah.
But
I was an angel child.
you don't look like you would be the angel
I know.
child. No offense to
I
you.
actually have no idea. No, my mom said that I was surprisingly a very easy kid.
You were?
Yeah. Other than, like, when I was, like, a baby and stuff. Other than, like, putting me to sleep, I think. She said, for the most part, like, I was very, like, she could hand me a stick and I'd be, like, entertained for 2 hours. Stick. Like,
but you want to know something about my little early childhood? I didn't start talking till I was 2.5.
Really?
Just believe it or not.
She's catching up for it now, guys. That's why
that's what I was going to say.
She talks so much.
I was going to say, I totally make up for lost time. You know what I'm saying. So, throwbacks.
Yeah.
You were the angelic kid, and I was the devil.
I wouldn't go angelic, but I was.
Yeah, Danielle was angelic
I was
compared
to
my biting habits.
Yeah, definitely. And then I guess we switched roles when we grew up, because God knows that's not how we are now.
Actually, depends on it really just depends on the day. I can be angelic or I'm not demonic, but we all have our days.
I have my demonic days, I'm not gonna lie.
Me too, but that's just that's called being a woman. And yeah, that's pretty much that on our childhood. But I wouldn't read the book. Needless to say, I would not read my book because, yeah, I want to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, like I just said, I think I'd read the beginning of the book. I wouldn't want to read the end. I think I would. I don't want to know, like, because I feel like I would want to know. This is very morbid, but I would want to know when I'm gonna die.
Being morbid. It's 11:46 in the morning. She's being morbid.
Well, I would want to know when I'm gonna die so that I know how much time I have.
Okay, Fault in the Stars type stuff.
You know, I've never seen that movie, nor will I.
Genius.
So,
but you can't be morbid. Just YOLO. I hate that song. I hate Drake.
Stop. You hate Drake.
I don't like Drake. I like he became better words, an arrogant person. You know what I'm saying?
No, I love Drake.
I used to like him way back when, but I think he's a little bit too arrogant now. But I like his old school songs. And speaking of that, do you want to hear a little fun fact?
Yeah, sure.
He said he loved Rihanna way back when, and he said that if he had the dance moves like Chris Brown, maybe they'd be wifed up.
Oh.
I think that's just comical because Drake does not look like he has the dance moves or capabilities of Chris Brown. Maybe not the aggressive heart.
Yeah, see, I don't like Chris Brown.
I don't like Chris Brown or Drake. I'm not their number one fan.
I like Drake. I love Drake, actually.
You do? Tell me. I'm a rapper now, guys.
Have you seen the SNL skit that he did?
What? I don't pay. I'm in bed by 11 o'clock. Angel status.
SNL is. Shout out to Marissa Bastow. No, my roommate. My old roommate. Yeah, me and my old roommate. We just obsessed. Like obsessed with SNL. We can quote half the skits.
Oh,
we watch it all the time.
Danielle has no life.
It's literally, we just think it's the funniest thing ever. Like, now that we don't live together anymore, I DVR SNL, and she like comes over. It's like a Sunday thing. She's gonna come over and watch them. But
just like my Sunday ritual.
Yeah, no, the Drake one. Drake was so funny. He was hilarious.
Oh my God, was he in the wheelchair like he was way back?
No.
Way back when on Degrassi.
Yeah, throwback to
Degrassi. Degrassi was great. I love Degrassi.
I never really. I mean, like, I watched it, but I wasn't really that into it.
You weren't that into it? Mm-mm. I've watched like the episodes that were like on the reruns of like Nick.
Right, Nick.
I used to watch the reruns. I wasn't really a big fan of. I liked it, but Drake really didn't. So Drake didn't blow my mind.
Okay, you didn't even know who Drake was at that
looking
point.
back at it, yes, I did. Like when the reruns were happening, Drake was becoming popular.
Yeah.
So I wasn't blown away by his performance. So stick to rapping, Drake.
Well, he was good on SNL. So do some comedy. See where that takes you.
Blow me away, Drake.
He was hilarious. Well, look it up.
I will.
Look it up.
Next
Watch
week.
his SNL skits. They're hilarious.
That will be part of our throwback segment for next week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you have to come back and tell me if you were blown away. And you better be, because I hysterically laughed.
You better be.
You better be.
She's demanding. God, it's so hard to work with her because she's so demanding. Nah, just kidding. You're demanding me to watch Drake. I actually will watch it.
You better watch it. It's hilarious. It's so funny.
I know. So, actually, we're going to talk about one more little thing. And we're going to talk about some things that I saw a blog the other day on BuzzFeed. Yes, that's a new blog site, guys. Watch it and read it on BuzzFeed. And it was talking about, 32 things that, died out that were popular in the 90s. And some of them were, I'm reading it right now, the Slime Time Live. Oh, my God, I hate that show.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that.
I hate that show. I'll tell you why in a minute. The 3 digits on the skip thing, you put your ankle in it and you skipped around it.
Oh,
Remember
my God,
that?
I hated that thing.
Me too. And then the Walt Disney little logo, we're looking at it right now.
I miss that. I miss the Walt Disney logo.
That's so cutie. I don't know. I really like that. But something that needs to stay in the past is Slime Time Live.
Yeah.
I hated that show.
I wasn't a fan.
I hated it. Because you know why I hated it? I stopped watching it. I went on a Nickelodeon strike because I was a rebel back then. Remember the old band Dream? No matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I do. It's a throwback band. I was obsessed with them when I was 6 years old. And they slimed my favorite girl in the group, Jessica. She's a little blonde little girl. And they slimed her and I cried and I never watched Nickelodeon again. I cannot make this stuff up. I watched SpongeBob starting when I was 13.
See, I just wasn't a fan of that thing. I just wasn't into it, really.
I hated that. The slime thing. Ugh. And you know what needs to come back? Actually, no. Let it stay in the past. Cold Lunchables pizza.
Stop. I was obsessed with those things. I was obsessed.
I buy them every once in a while because I'm a 5-year-old.
I haven't had one in forever, but I remember I used to be obsessed with those.
When I got those in my lunchbox, Deb Harris, you did great when you put those in my lunchbox. Oh my God, what else? Orange VHS tapes.
Well, just VHS tapes in general.
Those
That's
good.
a throwback because I can see Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was obsessed with that show.
No. That was on Nick, but I watched that after Slime Time Live.
I still watch that now.
Love that.
The reruns that they do late at night. I'm I'll watch it. I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Me too. And Carlton is on Dancing with the Stars, and he didn't do the Carlton dance yet.
He better do it.
He has to do it.
I don't watch that show, but you have to tell me if he does it.
Ooh, oh my God, Pokemon. We're reading the article. It's 23 things that are basically addictions to 90s kids. It's on BuzzFeed. A holographic Charizard card. Charizard? I don't know. I really can't say it, but it's Pokemon! Yay! I used to be obsessed with them. I was such a nerd back then for Pokemon. I had thousands of cards, but I threw them out, not knowing how much they could be worth. Right. And every time I had allowance, I bought a Barbie doll, and Pokemon cards. Go me. Go old school me. Oh, the next one on this list is number 14. This flawless album, The Spice Girls.
Yeah.
The Spice Girls. You're not hurrahing with me with this. Spice Girls.
I everybody likes the one song that they did.
So tell me what you want to read.
Yep.
I used to have the dolls too.
You know what? That just reminded me of. Do you remember Bratz dolls?
Oh my God, I love the Bratz dolls.
Ew, no. I was terrified of them.
They had because they had the big lips that Kylie
It
Jenner lip.
wasn't even that though, but it was just
injections.
You could take their hands off. You could take their feet off. It freaked me out. I was terrified of them. I was literally terrified of these Bratz dolls. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't?
I wasn't about the Bratz dolls at all. The fact that you could dismember them just did not appeal to me. I'm sorry that I wasn't a serial killer that to dismember my dolls. But I just no.
But that was I agree with them. That was a flawless album. And you know what? I think that's going to wrap it up for today. For Throwback Thursday. We actually ended it with a Throwback Thursday this time around. So we're going to end it off with right now. We're going to throw it back with one little song. We're going to listen to Britney Spears. And this is it for Throwback Thursdays. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Daniela.
And have a good day, gals.